Oh my God, I can't wait. I can't wait. So much good stuff to tell y'all. Oh my God. Hey guys, it's Nia. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much. If you're a first-time viewer or even if you are a current subscriber, thank you so much for continuing to rock with me. If you have not subscribed, please go ahead and hop on the bandwagon. There's a lot of love in these neck of the woods. So today I am filming with this cap on, and I have the little animated thing over the company logo because I'm not representing them and I don't want any smoke from their logo being out there in social media world without their knowing. This video is 2 weeks behind because I've been busy with other projects. So basically it's a compilation video, if you will, of my colonoscopy, my endoscopy, my initial consult, and my first office visit. And plus, you know, there were things I couldn't film during the office visits that I didn't want to leave out and I wanted to tell you guys about. So forgive me for my excitement about this journey. I just want to make sure that I'm pretty detailed and complete as I can be. So carry on. It's actually a video documenting what the hospital calls my one of. It's a 4-month program where I go once a month to meet with a nurse practitioner and a nutritionist to go over things, to talk about where I'm at, changes I need to make, things like that. Now, Medical Mutual doesn't require that you lose a set amount of weight prior to surgery, but they do require that proof is shown that you are at least decreasing in your numbers all the way up until the date of surgery. So I can never be the number that I started at again. And I know I told you guys I was going to be transparent. And as much as I hate to do this, I will be for the sake of being true to my word. My starting weight at my very first appointment was this. And I'm 5'3". Now, I'm not vocalizing it because my husband is in the house today. And he don't need to know. So, but yeah, that was my starting weight. My goal weight, from what I am told, is going to be right around 152. I've been, like I stated in the previous video, I've been a smaller person most of my life. So that for me is pretty small. But that's more like myself. That's more like my build. Like, well, you can't really see here, but I have a petite build. So that's nothing unusual. It's not like it's too small for me. Let me just tell you guys a little bit about the colonoscopy and the endoscopy. The colonoscopy went well. I was told I have a, quote, very clean colon. I was happy about that. However, I do have what's called a hiatal hernia. I never heard of that prior to the colonoscopy. And it's where, I don't know if it's from the weight, I'm assuming it is, but where your stomach actually starts to protrude into your diaphragm. And some of you guys know I'm a singer. So as a singer, we have to utilize breath control, you know, and certain techniques. And I have been noticing, like, over the years, like, okay, I just noticed like a difference there. And I'm thinking that's probably what the culprit's been all this time, you know? So this issue is scheduled to be corrected once I have the surgery. At the time of the surgery is when they correct hiatal hernia. So that'll be taken care of. Also, I was one of those, because you guys know I love natural stuff, natural this, natural that. Doctors are, you know, out to get us, and it's just no, just all natural. So for a while I was ignoring some things, right? And so when I was told about 8 years ago that I have acid reflux, I'm like, no, I don't. I just have occasional bout with heartburn like everybody else. You know, it's not a medical term. And no, I'm not going to take your medicine for it. Well, the endoscopy revealed the GERD, which is the gastro. It's the acronym for something. I'll put it on the screen. Well, obviously that has been my issue. And as a result, there is some erosion in the stomach lining. So there's a medicine I was prescribed that is supposed to completely heal this in 2 months. So I have to take that once a day for 2 months until it's cleared up. And actually, the heartburn has been a little less. You know, it's not totally absent, but it's been a little less. I've noticed that. So that's good to know, which is why it's so important to get these things done, or why it's necessary or part of the program that you have all these things done prior to surgery. So there's no surprises when you get there. And then also, back to the colon part, there was a portion of the colon they couldn't get to because even though I was in a twilight state, like where they sort of sedate you, I didn't feel when they put the thing in my throat at all. I don't remember that at all. I just remember, I think I went to sleep or something. But I do remember feeling a sensation in my upper abdomen area. And so the notes stated that they discontinued it. And because the patient, me, was experiencing or exhibiting they could tell I was uncomfortable, like it was bothering me. So they scheduled what's called a barium enema, and I'm not familiar with that either because, again, this is my first colonoscopy, where they can get the rest of it. So at this point, 99% of the colon has been viewed, and obviously it's fine. So I have to go for that. And the prep, oh my goodness, for me, I've heard others have done this and didn't have to take pills. But for me, I had to take tablets for 5 days. So 2 laxatives per day for 5 days. And then the Sunday before the procedure, which was the day before, I had to drink this jug of what tastes like salt water, like every 20 minutes until it was all gone. And you talking about, child, I thought I was going to be a size 2 by midnight drinking all that stuff for real, for real. Oh, but yeah. But it felt good to know that things are good. And they said I don't have to go back for 5 years once this other part, the barium enema, is finished. So I'm happy about that. And I don't know if the colonoscopy prep played a part or not. But for my first visit, I went from my starting weights, like I just showed you guys, to... So that's what I weighed when I went in my first visit. So I was happy about that, like very happy. So my goal is to at least lose 5 pounds per month until surgery, at least. You know, if there's more, fine, which there probably will be because I have to prep again the identical way for the barium enema the day before. So that's what you can expect from your colonoscopy, what they're looking for, why they're doing that. So, you know, you can get these other issues, if they are there, addressed at the time of surgery. All right. So I think that's all I have for now, other than the video, which is coming up. It's not like a verbatim word for word video. It's just a recap of my first visit. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get it, guys. I love you. Love one another, and I will see you on the next video. Bye for now. The Center for Bariatric Surgery at St. Vincent Medical Center, Cleveland, Ohio. Hello. I'm sorry I'm a little late. I'm looking. Yes. So I'm sitting here waiting for the doctor, Dr. Prius. Can't pronounce her or his name, but waiting for the doctor to come in, and I guess we'll just kind of go from there. So I've been here for about 2 hours. My appointment consultation is done. I don't know how to feel right now. I'm a mix between excited, a bit overwhelmed by all the information. Not necessarily the information of the surgery options themselves, because I've done my share of research and my research continues, but just all the things I had to do pre-surgery, which are, I guess, for my own protection, you know what I mean? And not to mention that insurance has certain things that they want before they'll pay for anything. So that was a good visit, and I'm excited. So my journey starts here. Part 1 of my appointment is over. Waiting for the dietitian to come in for part 2. Stay right there.
Yes. So let me explain to you. So after surgery, your stomach is a lot smaller, right? Right now it's about 1.5 liters or so. After surgery, you might have about, like 4 ounces, even though the shape is a little different. This is really small. So the important thing is to make sure you get in protein at every meal, because protein helps our bodies heal. It helps keep us full. So the high protein foods are, chicken, fish, lean meat. I'm going to give you a list: cottage cheese, eggs, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So once you get past the diet progression, which is, after surgery, you'll be on liquids for a couple weeks, like protein supplements, stuff like that. You'll have to blend your food for a couple weeks while your body's healing, then soft diet, and then at about 6 weeks, you're back to a regular diet. So at 6 weeks, you're pretty much, sorry, I'm at a loss for words. It's late in the day.
Okay.
It's pretty much unrestricted. That's what I'm looking. So yeah, salads. But the key is just always make sure you have some protein. So if you want to have a nice salad, have it with chicken on it, or fish, or tuna, or something like that. In terms of soups, the answer is yes, but we tell you after surgery, at the very beginning especially, don't eat and drink at the same time, because if you're always having liquid, like liquidy, brothy soups, you might not ever get that feeling of, you might not get enough protein in, you might not get that feeling of fullness. So on a regular basis, it's probably not a good idea to have a lot of the brothy soups.
Yes.
Doesn't mean you can't. Generally, good soups to have are something thicker, like a bean soup, or a chili. So that's the thing.
And I don't. Why do I have to eat so many times per day? I may fast occasionally. If I did some fasting, like intermittent fasting, or because I know, the Western theology, 3 meals a day, 6 small meals, things like that. But I don't necessarily agree with having to eat all the time like that. Mm-hmm. So, why do I have to? Should I?
So there's no, we have general guidelines, but there's no.
So today is the big day for my first ever the alien probe. Don't mind the man in the back, y'all. My colonoscopy. Seriously, stop. I didn't eat all day yesterday, except for some stupid broth.
That girl hungry. You want some steak? You want some salad. You want some salad.
This is... So, we about to go on here and do this part. Boy, prepping for the VSG is no joke. It's a lot of work involved. But I am actually 5 years past. I guess I was supposed to have to start getting colonoscopy, or gotten a colonoscopy 5 years ago. I just never did. So
3 minutes.
Even if I weren't getting the surgery, it's still good that I'm getting this.
Why are you whispering?
All right, we got to get out of here. Stupid nervous.
Okay, let's make sure
So the good news is that my colon is clean. A little corrosion going on in my stomach, and that's because I believe, because what they feel, I take too much of this. I take this almost every day because my knee is always hurting, but now I'm just going with Tylenol or something else instead of that, because NSAIDs are not good. So yeah, I'm just excited about that part. I got a little emotional as I was talking to the nurse when she was going over my medical history and stuff like that. But we gotta take care of ourselves, and if surgery is required, surgery is required. So the next clinician is going to be my cardiologist on the 23rd. So looking forward to that too. We must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. Never.
Careful with my team, sipping on that lean. Careful with the dream, sipping on that lean. Careful with my team, sipping on that lean.